What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 15 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 90% win rate and get 15 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, which will be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $1,875 just yesterday, and another member who won $30 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick. So we are going to start off with MLB, and when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So the first pick we're going to be talking about is Ronald Acuna Jr. 9.5 hitter fantasy score, and this one actually is for less. Now we look at Ronald, we've seen he's actually gone on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games. They also face off against the LA Dodgers, and his average over the last 5 is actually 14. But this is a little bit skewed because in the most recent game against Colorado, he was actually getting 51 at his hitter fantasy score. That pushed the line a little bit too high in his averages, and now I do believe there's a lot of value to actually go in the under here. On top of this, if we look at over the last 5 as well, he has only versed 2 teams, and I think now that they do face off against a tougher Los Angeles Dodgers team, I do think it will have an effect on Acuna Jr.'s hitter fantasy score. So because of those reasons, we do like the under for him. So Ronald Acuna Jr. 9.5 hitter fantasy score for less, I think is a fantastic pick overall. Now getting into the next pick, we're going to talk about none other than Manny Machado, and this is for 7 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for more. Now we look at Manny, we've actually seen him go on the under in 5 out of the last 5, or one of them being a push. However, one of the reasons why we think the numbers are a little bit skewed is due to the fact that he's only versed 2 teams, which are, STL and also MIL, and because of those reasons, that may be showing why over the last 5 he's gone on the under. But now with the new matchup against SF, we should definitely see Manny Machado go over here. It's definitely something that to look at when it comes to the matchups, and I think that matchup is going to be more important in this game. His average over the last 5 is also 4.6, which is under the line. So although the signs do point towards him going on the under when it comes to the average over the last 5 and all those things, we do like the over due to the fact that the matchup is super important, and especially against SF, he should be able to go on the over. Especially if we look at the bookies as well. The bookies do agree and believe that Manny Machado will actually go over with these hitter fantasy score, and that's why we are sticking to it as well. So Manny Machado, 7 hitter fantasy score for more, I think is an absolute steal. So the next pick we're going to be talking about is none other than Mookie Betts, and this is 7 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for more. Now we look at Mookie Betts, we've actually seen him gone on the over in 4 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see. Now they also face off against ATL, which should be an easier matchup for him to be able to go on the over, and his average over the last 5 is also 14.8. So looking at all the signs, it really does show that he has the capability to go on the over and significantly go on the over as well. Mookie Betts has been playing great as of recent, and we do believe that the hot streak will continue on, especially against a matchup against ATL. That shouldn't cause him too much problems in this matchup. So because of those reasons, we do like Mookie Betts for that hitter fantasy score, and he should be able to go on the over. So Mookie Betts, 7 hitter fantasy score for more, I think is a fantastic pick overall. Again, to the next pick, we're going to be talking about none other than Lane Thomas, 7 hitter fantasy score, and this one is for less. Now we look at Lane Thomas, we've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games. The times that he has gone over, he's just gone over by 1 to 2 hitter fantasy score points, and because of those reasons, we do like the under. They face off against Miami, and he most recently did verse Miami in August 28 and 27. If we look at over the last 5, one of them he went under, and another one he just got over by 1, and his average over the last 5 is only 5.2. So with all those signs, it really does point towards more going on the under, and that's why we like that pick as well. The bookies do believe so as well, that Lane Thomas will probably struggle in this matchup against Miami due to the fact that they have recently played. Miami may give him a bit of a different adjustment in order to have Lane Thomas go on the under in this score. So because of those reasons, Lane Thomas, 7 hitter fantasy score for less, I think is a fantastic pick overall. Now, getting to the next pick, we're actually going to head over into WNBA. Now, WNBA have some great picks, and the first one we're going to be talking about is none other than Azura Stevens. And this one is for 12.5 points, and this one actually is for less. Now, we look at Azura. We've actually seen her go on the under in 2 out of the last 5 games. Her average over the last 5 is also 14.4, but they face off against Seattle Storm. Now, when we look at Seattle Storm, they are a pretty tough team, but they are actually good at defending the center position. And that's one of the reasons why we really do like this pick. When it comes to Azura Stevens, although she has gone over 3 times, I do believe matchups are more important, especially in basketball. And in the WNBA's case, I think Seattle is going to cause her a lot of problems, and she may struggle to actually go on the over here. So because of those reasons, Azura Stevens, 12.5 points for less, I think is a fantastic pick overall. Now, getting to the next pick, we're going to head over and talk about Nneka Ogwumike, and this one is for 18.5 points, and this one is for more. Now, when we look at Nneka, we've actually seen some great stats, but her average over the last 5 is 16.8, and she's gone on the over in 2 out of the last 5. Now, one of the reasons why we actually really do like this pick is due to the fact that although she has been playing, pretty poorly as of recent, I do believe she will be able to bounce back, especially against an easier team like Seattle Storm. Like I mentioned before, Seattle Storm are good at defending the center position. However, they do rank 9th in points allowed, which pretty much puts them in the bottom half or bottom 4 in that case. And on top of that, Nneka is one of the main scorers for the team, and she is the forward position. Seattle Storm struggle so much against forwards, and I think Nneka should have no problem going on the over here, especially since Seattle Storm aren't really the greatest when it comes to defending points, especially for that forward position. So because of those reasons, Nneka Ogwumike for 18.5 points for more, I think is a great pick overall. Now, getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about another great player, and this is none other than Jordin Canada. Now, Jordin Canada, great player as well, plays for the Los Angeles Sparks, and this one is for 13 points, and this one actually is for more. Now, when we look at Canada as well, we've actually seen her go on the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see. On top of this, when it comes to Canada, she is playing great. As we look at the ones that she's gone under, she's only gone, a little bit under, maybe, 2 to 3 points per game. So because of that, I do think she has a capability to get close to this line and be able to go on the over here. Her average over the last 5 is 14, which is above the line as well. But on top of that, they also face off against Seattle Storm, like we talked about earlier, guys. Seattle Storm, they do rank 9th in points allowed, so they do allow quite a lot of points, and it should be a high-scoring game for someone like Canada, who's definitely one of the main guards in this team. So because of those reasons, we do like the over, and we are sticking with it as well. So Jordin Canada, 13 points for more, I think is a fantastic pick. Now, getting to the next pick, we're going to be talking about none other than Sami Whitcomb, and this one is for 10.5 points, and this one actually is for less. Now, when we look at this pick, Sami Whitcomb has actually gone on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games. Now, they also face off against the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, if you don't know, Sparks actually rank 2nd in points allowed, so they are very good at defending the points, and I do think that will have a huge effect on Sami and her scoring. Now, she has gone on the under, like I mentioned, 3 out of the last 5 games, but on top of that, her average over the last 5 is 14.4. Now, she did have 2 big games, and I think those are a bit of an outlier game, which is one of the reasons why her line is so high, and there could be now value to actually go on the under. Like the bookies also say, they do believe Sami will probably go on the under, as Sparks are just great at defending points, and on top of that, when it comes to defending the guard, Sparks are one of the best. So because of those reasons, it's definitely a no-brainer here to go on the under. So we like it for Sami Whitcomb for 10.5 points for less. I think is an absolute steal. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be linked down below in the description, or you can also find in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.